I mean, potentially about to break up after what we're going to talk about, but...
That's actually mad. On a hangover, he needs like 3 to 5 business days. After climbing 4 mountains, he's just like straight back to it.
There's makeup, there's hair stuff, there's a curler thing. There's fucking clothes, like 10 outfits. I'm like, just pick one.
I know, obviously, like it was really hard that Mike was like climbing 4 peaks, but like something much harder happened to me.
It was harder than I anticipated.
I just knew I wouldn't be able to sleep because all I think about is it crawling on me in the night. Ooh.
Well, it wasn't a bit of fun. There's some serious issues there.
The name of the podcast is Challenges on Relationships.
It should be like things that piss each other off.
Yeah, sometimes I just think you don't want to talk to me.
I don't have many things to say that are bad about you because you're quite good. Although there is one thing it's actually quite annoying.
It's about to get real. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Couple of Coaches podcast with me, Emma, and my co-host Mike.
Yep.
We are very excited to be back here for another episode.
You fucking sound well excited, mate.
Couch. Hiya.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Welcome back from the mountains.
Yeah, I know. Well, it feels like it's been a while now, but...
Good to have you back. Glad you made it back safe.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Was it?
Yeah, wouldn't do it again, but it was good fun.
Do you want to just explain to the listeners a little bit about what you did?
About what I did, yeah. So I went to the Balkans, Balkan Three Peaks, which is the mountain range across Albania, Kosovo, Montenegro, and North Macedonia.
Mm-hmm.
So we did the 3 highest peaks: the highest peak of Albania, the highest peak of Kosovo, and the highest peak of Macedonia.
Montenegro.
I keep saying that. I keep mixing them up.
Yeah.
The highest peak of Montenegro, unofficially.
Yeah.
Because this was the highest one, but it didn't have a flag, which pissed me off because the other 2 pictures I took had flags. This didn't have a flag, so the fucking rock with a bit of
You
spray
brought
paint
your
on
own
it.
little England flag.
Well, someone had one from Cambridge, and I thought, you know what, I'm not from Cambridge, so I'm not gonna flag it.
Max is though.
No, it was from Cambridge. Max is from Cambridge.
Yeah.
Is it Cambridge or Yorkshire? Might have been Yorkshire.
Oh.
So yeah, did that over 4 days, 160,000 steps, up and down mountains. Was good fun. Was quite testing.
Mm-hmm.
It was harder than I anticipated.
Right. I mean, you knew it was going to be hard.
Well,
like,
I knew it was going to be
3
hard.
peaks sounds hard, but maybe harder in ways you didn't expect.
Well, I just thought like I've done Snowdon. It was like quite easy. Like if I do that 3 times, but it was like triple the size of Snowdon. So yeah, doing that 3 times in a row is quite testing.
Yeah.
And the bit that caught me off guard is it wasn't like start at the bottom, go up, go down. It was go up, go down, and then hike across the fucking countryside to the next guest house, to the next bottom of the next mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Up one, down one, go to the bottom of the next one. So it wasn't, every time you was done, you wasn't really done.
So how long would you say on each day you were sort of like walking /
I think
hiking for?
the first day was the quickest because we had to like race up the hill, race up the mountain to beat the weather. There was an incoming storm. So that was like probably the hardest day because that was like 7 hours. So that was like quite quick. The others were like around 10 hours.
Right, okay. But
obviously
7
you're
hours
stopping for lunch,
pace.
you're stopping for like mini breaks here and there, but after a couple of hours, 10 hours is just like, it's longer than a working day. It's just a bit long.
Yeah.
But
so was it harder mentally or physically?
I would say mentally. I was okay. My feet were a bit battered. My toes were a bit battered, like blistery. So they were like sore. Knees were a little bit achy going down, but going up physically, I think I was fine. I mean, I was hot because it was 30 degrees at the bottom. But it's just more mentally, really. Like, sorry, just banging away. That sounds annoying you, was it?
Yeah.
Just staring at why you doing
Remember
that.
you're wearing one of these things today that could pick that up.
Probably will pick that up. So sorry if there's loads of thump in there. But yeah, it was. Well, I forgot what I was saying now.
Sorry.
Where was I?
It was mentally harder.
Yeah, it was mentally harder because it was just quite long. I think when you going to the top is whenever you do like a relatively big mountain, you're always gonna have the same thing. Like you think you can see the peak, and then you keep walking, and then the clouds move, and there's like an even bigger bit behind it, and you're like, oh, okay, that's the peak. Then you get to that bit and it's like, no, it's that bit. And it's just like, it always keeps moving. So it's quite annoying, but that's just part of it. And you are kind of always getting closer. But then when you get to the top, it's like, I've got to go all the way down. And for someone who probably hasn't done it, probably thinks, oh yeah, but you're going down. It's quite easy. It's not, because it's so steep. You have to like really grip and like really use your muscles more to go down than go up. Like going up, you're just walking uphill. Going down, you have to kind of balance yourself, support yourself, knees, feet, take a bit more of a pace than going down. It's quite slippery because the rocks move. So yeah, it's quite hard, but rewarding.
Quite hard, but
rewarding. It was just the longness of it. Like if you were to do any of them in like one day and that would be it, it would be quite fun and testing. But to do like, well, them 3 plus the extra one we did, so it's 4 peaks in 4 days it's just quite long after, mentally quite draining.
Yeah. I mean, when you came back, I know obviously we were very busy when you came back, but I expected you to be just like absolutely like written off just from like tiredness and stuff like that. But you really were fine.
Oh, I didn't really have a choice, Emma.
It's actually funny because you
straight up to go to a wedding.
recovered better from that. You recovered better after climbing 4 mountains than you do on a hangover. That's actually mad. On a hangover, he needs like 3 to 5 business days. After climbing 4 mountains, he's just like straight back to it.
Straight to a wedding.
Straight to a wedding.
Hangover. You know what I mean?
Right. Wow, that just shows.
Yeah, by the way, like, I did 4 mountains and then got delayed at the airport for 3 hours and got home at about 12:30 at night. Had to get up at 5:45. Yawning. How many mountains you climbed?
You were talking about that weekend and I was really tired that weekend and it made me yawn.
Yeah, you climbed a lot of mountains, didn't you? Tarry, glassy eyes. And then we went to a wedding, didn't we? Which was well good fun. An Indian wedding, which was it was really, really good. Good fun. We enjoyed it. Dressed up.
Yeah.
Had a great evening.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was it.
Wow. Well done. Congratulations on your 4 peak
Cheers.
mountain. You should be very proud of yourself. Yeah. I'm very proud of you. And I'm also glad you're home safe.
Yeah. Why don't we tell everyone like what happened to you when I was away?
So I know obviously like it was really hard that Mike was like climbing 4 peaks, but like something much harder happened to me. And I was really struggling. I was at home alone, obviously. And I went to bed one night and looked at the curtain and there was a tarantula on the curtain. Very, very big spider. My biggest fear out of everything and anything in the world, I have a few fears, but this tops all of them, is spiders. And yeah, I just physically didn't know what to do. I curled up in a ball on the bed, crying, rocking back and forth, thinking, what am I going to do? There's no one here to save me. It was about 10 o'clock at night. And
you cried on the bed while it was on the curtain?
I cried on the bed while it was on the curtain because I was too scared to move in case it like followed me. And obviously I was just sat there on the bed thinking about what to do and I heard a scutter. So I heard it move because I heard a sound on the curtain, looked down and it had moved. That's how big it was. It was about this big. Decibels. So yeah, that was really, really, that was a really hard time for me. I think harder than you. She
barricaded the door
with a towel,
which we can insert a picture because I'm pretty sure she sent me a picture.
Yeah,
and she slept on the sofa.
I slept on the sofa because I just knew I wouldn't be able to sleep because all I think about is it crawling on me in the night. Ooh.
That's how pathetic she was. I'm sleeping in cabins in the mountains where there's fucking wild bears and she's barricading the door and sleep on the sofa while...
Yeah, do you know what that confirmed to me? I don't think I can travel to Australia because I don't think I could live with those spiders on those walls, those massive ones that you see.
Emma, do I remember correctly that once I had to come around and save you from a spider?
You did.
Yeah, I thought so.
And do you know what? I will hold my hands up. That one really wasn't that big compared to this absolute beast. That was a bit dramatic of me. I should have just manned up with that. But this was a tarantula. This was a black widow.
Well, I think people can be the judge of that from the photo.
Yeah, I'll insert pic.
It's like a daddy long legs. That's all it was.
Anyway, but here we are. I survived the spider. Mike survived the mountains. And that is all that matters. We're back together and everything's great.
I mean, potentially about to break up after what we're going to talk about, but...
It's about to get real.
it's about to say that.
So we today are going to be talking about the challenges we face in our relationship. Now, when we say challenges, when you actually hear them, you're probably going to laugh because they're not really challenges, because we are actually very lucky to have a pretty lovely relationship, aren't we?
I wouldn't say they're
We're not.
challenges.
No, they're not really challenges, but that's the name.
Basically, they're things
That's
that
the name of the podcast.
Huh?
Is the name of the podcast is Challenges on Relationship.
It should be like things that piss each other off.
Yeah, pretty much that. But let's call them challenges.
This is basically a therapy session to you
yeah.
lot, where we're going to basically say
We're hashing it out.
what pisses each other off, and then we're going to try and solve it.
But disclosure, we do very much love each other. We do have a very nice relationship, and these things are actually like first world problem, pathetic things.
I don't think they are, mate. I think some of them need changing.
Right. Well, we'll see in a second.
Yeah, we will.
So I have a list written down on my phone. Mike is just going off the top of his head. So
I don't
you
need
tell
a
me
list.
which is worse.
I don't need a list. They're all here. They go through my brain 24/7.
I was like keyboard warrior writing these down. Do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay.
You can set the bar.
My first one is that Mike doesn't partake in any of the cooking and the cleaning. If you bang that sofa one more time, that can go on the list. Sat there tapping away.
At least I'm not tapping my ring.
Yeah, well.
Anyway,
so he does not partake in any of the cooking and cleaning. This is a agreement we have come to. So it's not really an issue, but sometimes it would be nice to have him cook or clean for me. And there has been the once in a blue moon occasion that he has, and it's actually been really good. He made me a spag bowl like 4 weeks ago, and it was such a nice spag bowl, and it was so nice to eat a meal that someone else had cooked for me. I felt so special. It was so lovely.
So what are you getting at?
Maybe just cook a bit more often, because you're really good at it. You really do put yourself down, but you're really good cook.
The cleaning side of things, like you're saying it like you clean.
Well, maybe just like part of the cleaning is taking the bins out, and the bins are always overflowing. But maybe just like keep up with that. Maybe just when you see the bins full, just think, right, this is my job, blue job. I'm gonna tie out that bin and take it out. Maybe just do that a bit more often.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
But as I said, this is something we've agreed to in our contract.
So we've got a contract
No, we don't.
agreement,
No, we
and
don't.
now you're
No, we don't.
now you're complaining about it.
No, we don't.
So do
But
you want to change the contract?
no,
I'm more than happy to change it. My life would be so much easier.
We have found it's been actually very useful to almost like give each other things that we do in the relationship. So if anyone's like struggling with their relationship, struggling with the balance, struggling with someone doing more than the other or whatever it is, it's actually quite good to just like assign things, and it doesn't have to be the woman does the cooking, the cleaning. Don't come for me on that. But it's good to just sort of know who does what, so that there's no arguments on who should or should not be doing things. Don't you think?
I think it's great, but I do want to touch on what we're already talking about.
Okay, right. Do you want me to shut up then and give you your...
No, I'm just going to say, the reason Emma does more of the cleaning is because before Emma moved in, I actually had a cleaner. And Emma didn't like that I had a cleaner, because she thought, like, you've got a cleaner, but I can clean.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so Emma cleans. But by the way, while we say Emma cleans, I do Hoover.
Can we get a round of applause?
There's one on there. I also puff the cushions now and then.
Do you?
Yeah. I fold this little thing up.
Blanket.
I wipe the surfaces. If Emma's out, I'll do the glass.
You don't do the glass. You never do the glass. No. No. Please, let's be honest on this podcast.
Not once a month.
I don't know the last time you cleaned the glass tables.
Once every 2 months?
Or even
I don't do the... Do you know what it is? Emma's better at like the deep cleaning stuff, but I'm more of a clutter tidier. So if like things are around, like I don't like clutter. We're both quite a bit OCD, so the house is relatively clean, apart from when Emma's on a mission. So like, for example, any girls like this, just leave all your face wipes with loads of makeup on them on the side in the bathroom. I reckon I clear that up every day.
Who does that?
You do that.
Who?
You.
Who?
Face
But
wipes
can
or
I
cotton.
just
What's
say
the
it's
cotton
because I
thing?
take it off before we go to bed, and
Yeah,
the
and then you-
bin's in here, and the dog's in here asleep, so I can't come in here.
What about
So
from
then
we
you
put it in the
go
bin in the morning?
because you go in the shower before me,
I don't
so
necessarily.
you do
I've been
it.
doing them during the day recently.
Right. Should
So,
we move on to
Emma-
another
yeah,
one?
we-
Because I'm getting a bit bored talking about this now. What's your first
Because
one?
you,
Go on. Pluck one out. Your
when
brain.
Emma cooks, yeah, and she cooks a lot, and she's a very good cook, by the way. Like, the reason why Emma cooks is because one, she likes cooking, and two, she's very good. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. All right, so I ain't fixing it because she's such a good cook. Always changing the meals up, always healthy. Do you know what? She's brilliant, but she's got an issue. When she cooks, it's like a bomb's gone off, and like she uses everything and anything. Doesn't clean as she goes. She'll get the butter and the sauces and everything out the fridge and she'll leave them on the side. Now, am I one to complain because I don't cook? I'm just saying you could do it a little bit better.
But you are complaining.
I'm just saying.
And rather than thanking me
No,
for
I am
cooking,
thanking you. I'm just saying.
you're complaining about how
I
I do
do
it.
like tidy
You
up.
know, like
after
when you drive and they complain about your driving, it's like that.
Why don't you drive then?
Why don't you fucking
No,
drive?
but I
then?
like, not every time, but quite often I tidy up after you.
You used to do that very often. That
Oh,
has
and I
really
gave up because
started to slack.
I thought, do you know what? She's making as much mess as possible because she knows I'm tidying it up. She's like, right, I'm cooking. But I'm gonna use everything so it can give him more of a job
Not
when I'm
how
done.
I think. It's not how I think.
The butter thing, though, you leave the butter out all the time.
Well, I don't anymore.
It doesn't matter now because. By the way, yeah, you like proper butter, don't you?
Got real butter now that actually doesn't go in the my
Fridge?
earring's coming out, sorry. It doesn't go in the fridge. It stays outside. We need to get a proper butter, what do you call it? A butter
thing that you
holder?
put on it.
A butter dish.
Where you put the metal thing on.
At the moment it's just in a Tupperware.
So no air. But yeah, that's that. It's not a big one. But anyway, on to you. People probably get bored now.
Okay, my next one is I don't know which one to do. So many. Mike can't be on his phone and have a conversation at the same time. Like I have to wait until he's finished what he's doing on his phone, or even sometimes say, "Hiya, I just would like to speak to you about something. Can you just let me know when you're finished?" Because if I start talking to him about something and he's on his phone, he like whatever's coming out my mouth will be like you can't hear it, you know?
Yeah.
And that can be quite annoying sometimes when you're with someone that obviously works from his phone but also loves to scroll on Instagram and TikTok. So he's pretty much always on his phone. So it's hard to get a conversation in there.
It's a bit hypocritical though, isn't it, Emma?
Is it?
Yeah, isn't it,
Yeah,
Em?
but if you
Yeah,
start talking
Em the
to me, I'll
coach
put
and that.
my,
Em the coach,
I'll put
I mean.
my phone down.
She's always watching a vlog or on a TikTok or an
Always
Instagram.
watching a vlog. What? Because I was watching a vlog today. Well, when am I always watching a vlog?
You're watching something all the time.
Right.
Yeah, no, I could be better at that. But you're exactly the same, so you can't really complain.
You can't just take my things and turn them around on me. You've got to come up with your own.
I've got my own things, but I'm just
challenges.
saying your things are a little bit hypocritical, mate, because
Okay.
they're like you're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but I do get you.
Even like we'll go on a dog walk in the morning and he's just on his phone the whole time.
I'm working.
Yeah, I know, but like, surely part of your day should be like a
Okay.
work-free, phone-free
I
time.
tell you
Getting
what.
out with the dog, getting in the fresh air,
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
in nature.
No, I do believe that.
It's my favourite part of the day.
I will work on that.
It's the best thing ever to just
I-
go out
I
for a
will-
walk and not look at your phone. I only take my phone with me when I'm on my own in case there's an emergency and I need to call you.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Cheers. Go
I
on
will,
then.
I
You
will.
go. Hit me.
I'll tell you what. No, I do. I am bad sometimes at
Yeah,
that.
you
Actually,
are.
I will hold my hands up.
You are.
Like, do you know what I'm really bad at? And I actually feel bad. I'm actually going to put myself under the bus here because it
Ooh.
is quite bad. Like, I'll be doing something on my phone and I'll say to Emma, like, just wait. And then I'll put my phone down, I'll start watching the TV and she'll like come over to me and I'll be like, I'm watching the TV. So she'll be like, but you wasn't watching that film, you was on your phone.
Yeah.
And do you know, I do that quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I do that
Didn't
quite a
even
lot,
think
don't I?
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad. Because I jump from one thing to another.
Yeah. Sometimes I just think you don't want to talk to
Yeah,
me.
maybe.
So you just use them as distractions to not
Maybe.
talk to me.
All right. So
Yeah.
at least I'm holding my hands up, mate.
All right. Go on.
This is like a double one because it's to do with kind of a similar thing.
Oh, so you're Doing it off of what I said.
No, it's got
right.
nothing to do with
Be
you, actually, mate.
original.
When Emma gets ready, it's like a fucking bomb's gone off. And it's so unnecessary.
If one
Like,
woman can comment and say that
I
they
just-
are
I just
tidy when they get
can't-
ready,
I just don't get how...
I want to hear it, and I want to
how
hear how you do it.
so much mess from the whole process. Like, you would have thought that you've got ready so many times, you'd be quite good at like just having a routine. But it's like there is no routine. It's like a free for all, and it's like a bomb. It's like there's makeup, there's hair stuff, there's a curler thing, there's fucking clothes, like 10 outfits. I'm like, just pick one.
I think he means my air wrap.
Air wrap,
We're doing
whatever.
this-
Makeup wipes, hair things, fake tan on the carpet. I mean, like, surely you've done it more than once that you would... Like, when we get a house, you're getting a dressing room, mate, just so you can be locked in there and just not come out.
Yay! Oh, that's my dream. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd
See?
rather that.
If you do something...
Also, no, I'm not done.
Oh.
And sorry, that's a bit rude, but I'm not done. Like, it's the whole house. It's like the ironing board, and then it's like there's a makeup mirror on the table, and then she's making like water and stuff. And I'm like, mate, you're just going from one place to another. Both bathroom doors have got the lights on, and she's in both bathrooms. She's in my office, like trying stuff on in there, and I'm like, mate, how are you using 5 different rooms to get ready?
Do you want a resolution?
Yeah, just a fucking you not have my office now. Absolutely not.
If we turned your office into my makeup room, dressing room, all your issues would be solved.
Yeah, no. That's my peace and quiet. Well, it is my peace and quiet, but it's got all your stuff. And to add to that, which actually it's not bad because you're not that bad at it anymore, is why do you need an outfit every time you go out?
So why bring it up if it's not bad anymore?
Because you still do moan about it all the time.
I've got a disease called can't wear things twice.
Yep.
Ceitis.
And it's quite annoying.
Okay.
That's a good one.
And it consumes me, and there is no cure other than to stop spending money, which I have.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, you have got better
Anyone
at that.
else got that?
But it's just like, why do you need a different... I think it is definitely a female thing.
Yeah, it's
Right,
just,
it's
you
just a
just
bit-
want to look
it's
good.
just a
You
bit
want to
weird.
feel good when you go out. You don't want to be in the same old thing that you've worn 3 times before.
No,
You want to be
once.
in a nice outfit where you feel like
Wear something twice, for
good.
God's sake. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
You're like, I've worn it 3 times. Mate, I don't think you've worn anything 3 times.
No, never. So my next
Rant
thing
over.
would be when you occasionally shave your beard because you're like, oh, I'm going to be a big boy and not rely on the barber to do it. You do it over the sink, and obviously hair goes everywhere,
Yeah.
and you get a bit of water, you flush most of it away, and then you leave everything around the sink
I don't
and
know,
on
do
the
I?
floor.
I'm pretty certain I don't.
You do?
I thought I was pretty good at that.
No.
The floor bit, I'll hold my hands up.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at that, but it's also not my beard.
What is it then?
My chest.
Is it?
No.
Well, there's a lot of bodily hair from everywhere going around there. So, yeah.
Do you want a bush? But yeah,
Anyway.
I could get better at that, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that around the sink and that, I'm quite good at that.
No,
Why
I'm
not?
not sure.
No, I mean,
No.
sure. Are you lying?
A few
Make me
times
sound
that you've
bad.
done it, no, there's been hair in
sure it
places
wasn't you?
that shouldn't be. What do you think I shave over the sink?
I'll tell you
I
what.
shave in the shower,
no.
mate.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
No, I was thinking the shower the other day, but that was Max, innit?
What? His hair.
The shower was filling up, like
Yeah.
it wasn't. The water wasn't going, so I had to take
Well,
the whole
I
plug
think
off.
it's a mixture of my hair and
Well, it was
Max's
blonde.
hair.
It was blondie ginger, so it was probably a mix of both of you.
Bit of both of us.
Yeah,
Yeah. You?
my turn.
Mm.
I don't have many things to say that are bad about you because you're quite good. Although there is one thing that's it's actually quite annoying. You drink your pints so slow, and I don't know whether she does it on purpose or not.
Right. Can I explain myself?
No, I don't think you need to.
Guys, I am a newly qualified pint
Pint
drinker.
drinker.
I used to never drink beer, or if I did drink a beer, it would just be like one of those small like San Miguel bottles that are like
Yeah.
that big, that would do me. But I am a newly found pint drinker. I do like the occasional pint at the pub. Who doesn't?
3 or 4.
So when I drink a pint, it's a lot for a little girl like me to get down her. Like pints like that big, isn't
It's probably
it?
not that big, no, but
How big?
probably a bit smaller than that, mate.
How big?
Yeah.
No, it depends what
The-
glass it's in.
We have the
Yeah, but it
Kronenbourg
depends
glasses.
what glass it's in. If
I
it's
don't
in
think
a
they're that
pint
big,
glass. And it takes me a little while to drink it, okay? I'll be like halfway down mine and he's finished his.
But it's not even that. It's when we're going. It's that pint.
The one
I feel
that you're
like
waiting
I
for
feel like
me
you
to...
really just take your time because you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna rush for no one.
Do you want me to go on?
And she'll just like drink it, and I'm like, it's not going down. Like, is it just in your mouth? Is it you swallowing? And she puts it down, and she'll sit there having a conversation. And by the way, there's like this much left, and that's probably about 4 sittings of drinking it. And in between each sitting is her like sitting there like smiling and having the time of her life.
Right.
She's a slow pint
Can
drinker.
this lead on to something that annoys me about you?
Oh, here we go. It's fire started.
Mike doesn't wait around for no one. If Mike's decided it's time to go, it's time to go. Mike doesn't really like prolonging things. You know, if we do anything, it's about 2 hours max and then got to be home.
Just efficient. Don't
So
waste
like
time.
if he's like, oh, Emma hasn't finished her pint yet. Oh, I'll just wait for her to finish it. No, but it's like, you're drinking that. You're drinking that.
Did you want me to?
Do you want me to drink that? You're drinking that. You're nursing that.
You're nursing that.
So a little bit more patience and just enjoy life. Like, why are you in? He's always in a rush.
Yeah.
He's always in a
it
rush to
takes
be
you a
doing the
long
next
time.
thing. And I think just take a sit back and enjoy the moment.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have many more things to say about you. To
No,
be fair.
I don't think I do.
Oh, but you've got a fucking list there, man. I
No,
can see
I think
it.
I've done them all.
Have you? No, I think you're missing
I
one.
do love you, really.
Yeah. No, on that note, I mean, obviously that was, well, it wasn't a bit of fun. There's some serious issues there that we need to address. But, I mean, we're not relationship specialists by all means, but I think we have quite a good system.
Why don't we say something nice about each other now that we've just ripped into each other? Just one nice thing about each other.
I just think you're a good person. Do you know what I mean? It's you kind of do everything pretty well. You're just a good person, Emma. You want more than that?
Yeah, it's not really doing it for me.
No, you're just
This
a really,
is like,
you're just a really good person.
This is like before when I asked you to describe me in 3 words and you were like
pretty
cute or yeah, no, pretty, big bum
and nice.
and kind or something like that. And
No,
I was
you're
like,
just
what?
like you're just a very nice person. I think that's a really good thing. Like, you're loving, you're caring, you're don't know, you don't cause any issues. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of what you are,
Right.
which is quite nice.
Yeah.
Just don't have to fight you every day.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a nice thing.
Yeah,
You're
that
loving,
is a
you're
nice
caring,
thing.
You like to look after people
I'll take
and
it.
put other people first.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you will.
Thank you. Do you
What
want
about
to
me?
know what's nice about you?
Yeah, there we go.
Well, no, I think with you, you've got very good morals and what's the other word? Values and morals. Is that it? Life values. I think you just you treat everyone with respect
Mm.
and you have very good morals and you don't take the piss out of people. You're just easy to be with and easy to get along with. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, well, that's nice. Thank you very much for your kind comment there.
Yeah.
I might take you out for dinner later because of that. Might use a
You already
voucher that
are
I've got.
taking me for dinner because we got a voucher to go for dinner.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say is obviously me and Emma just kind of, we just have a system that works. And I think, like, I mean, most people know this, I guess. I guess if you don't, then you don't really have much common sense. But, like, your relationship is, there has to be a form of a trade-off. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you've got pets or kids. Like, there has to be a trade-off of, I do this, you do that. It's like anything in life. If you've got like a business with someone and someone's not pulling their weight, you're going to resent that person, not going to like them, talk behind their back, and end up not being a business partner with them. Whereas if you communicate and you have like an equal like trade-off, I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly equal. Like I do half the cooking, you do half the cooking. Like ours is you cook, you clean. I financially take care of majority of stuff, and it levels out, I guess, to a place where we're both happy. You know?
Yeah.
And I think when you've got kids, it's gonna be a similar. Oh, the dog's barking. You all right, Max? It's gonna be made me jump.
Good boy.
It's gonna be a similar thing. Like there has to be a trade-off of both of you doing stuff. It doesn't always mean like one person works, one person take care of everything. Obviously, that's old-fashioned, but doesn't necessarily work all the time.
And what do you think of Mummy and Daddy?
Yeah, he likes Daddy more. That's it.
Have you seen the thing where it's like the percentage thing?
No.
So like obviously it's probably more for when you've got like kids and stuff. But like each person has a percentage. So say if you're like, I'm at 100% today, I feel on top of everything, like everything's going to plan, I know what I'm doing, feeling good. But like say if someone's having like a really hard time or like a really bad day, I would say to you, I'm at about like 60% today. And you would then say, right, I'm going to fill in the other 40 for you. So you like just chip in with doing something or try and make it easier and like vice versa. It's quite a good way of
what if you're both
doing
60?
something. Then you've got to like pull your finger out and work together as a team.
That'd be fun because Emma would be on about 30% every day.
That's quite good. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and I think that's kind of how we roll. Because I think if you're stressed for time, like I'm always gonna like
you always help
do
out.
stuff with a dog, or I'm gonna. The other day I cooked, questionably the best meal we've ever had. We'll come back to that. No, I'm joking. It's only because I put a lot of time and effort into it.
You did, and it was very good.
And which isn't, you can't do that all the time.
No.
Or like if it's around like you need stuff like sorting out around the house or cleaning, we just help. And it's the same as you. If financially things were not good one month, then Emma contributes more. It's just. And I think
everything's about compromise. You really do have to compromise in a relationship, don't you?
Compromise.
Yeah. Well done.
And communication.
Yeah.
If you don't communicate, it's the same with everything. Communication is so important. Even going back to like us with clients, if a client doesn't communicate with you and where they're struggling or where they want to do more or whatever, then how are you supposed to help that person? It's the same in a relationship, isn't it? I mean, we could be relationship gurus, man. I mean, it's all bloody common sense at the end of the day. That's the thing. So yeah, you just need to communicate. Why are you not happy? I want you to do more. Okay, I'll do more.
Yeah.
I want you to do more. Okay, I'll do more.
So not saying we have the perfect relationship because clearly not. We've got a lot of challenges that we face.
Loads.
But we do think we have quite a good way of doing things, don't we?
Yeah. I think so.
Shall I give everyone a fitness motivational quote for the day?
Yeah, I would, because we're over time at the moment.
The body achieves what the mind believes.
That rhymes. I like that.
Yeah.
The body achieves
what
the mind.
It does all start with your mindset. You obviously won't achieve something if you're telling yourself that you can't achieve it or you're never gonna get there. You have to put yourself in the correct mindset in order to physically achieve something.
100%. If your head's not in the game, you don't think you can do it, then it's gonna be bad. So
yeah. So change your mindset. Stop telling yourself you can't. Tell yourself you can,
and do it. Anyway, on that note,
thank you for listening, everyone.
Next episode is a huge one,
right?
Isn't it?
Why are you looking at me like that? You're scary. Yeah, I know.
I was just saying,
you're
it's
like,
going to be
next episode.
It's going to be a really, really good one. Yeah.
So tune in and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.
Bye-bye.